Hey everybody, this is Don't Panic. I noticed yesterday after I posted the When the Squad and the Heli Doesn't Believe in You video that a lot of people in the comment section did not know that you could use admin commands from the main menu or within the training, which is within the shooting ranges. So I wanted to give an example that, a lot of the guys have been getting really into flying the helicopters. It's new, it's something everybody likes. Everybody's been doing the pilot tutorial. But maybe they want to try practicing, say, on Gorodok, landing in a certain spot or flying around a certain area. Or maybe you want to practice on Yeharivka or Talil or something like that. And you can use these admin commands to change it to that map from the main screen, and you'll play by yourself just like you would in the shooting range. You're not on a server or anything like that. It just creates its own little private session for you to practice as much as you want. It can offer possibly a better experience as far as learning, and there's a few other commands that I'll show you in this to help you out, and maybe you'll learn a little bit from it, and hopefully it helps. Okay, so we will start out just with going over the basics first, which is how to open up your console. So to open up your console, you're going to hit the tilde key, which is the little squiggly key right next to your one, and that opens up your console commands. If you hit it again, it brings up a bigger window, so we'll do that so it's easier for you to see. And we're going to type in admin change map, and so that's the command to change it to one of the maps. So let's say we want to practice on a map. I don't know, let's do Talil outskirts. We'll do Talil AASV1. So we'll hit that, hit enter, and we'll wait for it to load. Okay, so don't freak out if it stays at your main screen for 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. It's still gonna load. Just give it a minute. I'll skip through that so you don't have to deal with all that stuff. But now we're on Talil outskirts. We'll create a squad, and there's some other commands that we can go through, but I'll do that at a later time. So we'll create a squad. Let's say we want to grab lead pilot. We'll grab lead pilot, and we'll spawn in. Well, you'll notice that we're still in the staging phase, and we got 3 minutes and 23 seconds left until we can take off in the helicopter, but nobody wants to do that, right? So what we're going to do is we'll walk over here by the heli. I'll open up that console here at the bottom again, and I'm going to do admin slow-mo. Now this can speed up or slow down the time on the server, so we're going to do 10, and we'll speed up the time, and I'll show it to you. So you can see the time is going by pretty quick. We'll go through that 2 minutes, in a matter of seconds here. And while we're doing that, we'll get this ready, and we'll do back to it. And to slow it back down to normal speed, you're going to do admin slow-mo 1. And that'll put you back at 1. So now we've unlocked it. We've gone through the staging phase, and it's going to say vehicle claimed. And then you can go ahead, turn it on, and you can practice just about anything that you want. Now let's say that I'll turn the engine off here so it's not super loud. Let's say that you've taken the helis out, you've tried some crazy things, and you've wrecked them both. Now if you look up here, they're gonna both be on a 6-minute timer. But let's say you don't want to do that. Well, we can go about doing that a different way. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste something here from a website that I will link in the description that has all of the admin create vehicle commands in there. So I'm going to step over here on a nice flat surface. I'm going to hit my tilde key, and I'm going to copy paste what I got from this website. And perfect. Okay, no problem. So after a little bit of research and development, I've found a solution. What we're going to do is we're going to hit Shift plus P to go into admin cam. We're going to hold spacebar to float. If you hit 0, it opens up and you can see all the stuff you can do with admin cam at the top left. I'll blink it off and on here so you can see all that. But what we're going to do is we're going to hold space to float, and you're going to look straight down, and then you want to copy paste that command back into the console again. So open up the console. Perfect. Now we have our Blackhawk. Now, as you can see, I've tried a few different times and it didn't work out some of the times, but it's enough to where if you float above and you look straight down and you drop it, you'll get one. And you'll be able to avoid that 6-minute timer that way, so you don't have to wait for the helicopters to respawn. Now if you end up having trouble getting these to, you know, on other maps, if you have, you know, trouble getting these to land properly and they just keep blowing up, you can always use the slow-mo command again to speed up that timer and go by that 6 minutes in a matter of seconds. So, in explaining admin cam here really quick, because I didn't do that, and I'll make sure I go over that. So once you shift P to go into admin cam and you're flying around, it's space to ascend, left control to descend, and you know, you've got your WASDA and stuff like that. But know that when you want to come out of admin cam, you hit shift P again. But while you're in this training, if you hit shift P to fall out, it drops you from wherever you're at in the sky. So we'll do, I'll hit shift P again to save myself here, but the reason why I wanted to show you that was you want to make sure you're always by the ground when you're going to come out of admin cam while you're doing this stuff by yourself. Out, hit the ground, perfect, and I can jump back in my new heli and continue practicing and doing what I want to do. So lastly, I wanted to go over one last thing that you could use that's pretty useful in the shooting range. So I brought a Abrams up, and let's say I want to practice, you know, let's ammo racking a tank. So you can fly over an admin cam, and you've got all the nice stuff. You've got the helis, you've got, you know, the range markers and stuff like that. But let's say you really want to challenge yourself. You want to practice doing something like that, like I said, like ammo racking a tank or something like that. So I've already copied my my tank, my admin create tank off the website, which I will link in the description, where you can get all the admin create vehicle commands and all the other admin commands at that. And we'll say here's like a spot I want to drop a tank. Dropped one. So we could drop one facing front. Let's say we want to practice shooting one sideways. We got one sideways. We can practice hitting one from behind. And now we got, you know, a few different tanks, and, you know, roughly at 300 meters or whatever, and you can go over here and you can practice and you know, work on hitting your ammo rack shots, or, you know, getting your practice in with the tank, just hitting something at a distance rather than hitting the just the range markers. Well, I think that's just about it for the tutorial. If there's anything that I missed that anyone can think of, just let me know and I can add to it and revise it. I really hope that this helped, you know, the new guys or anybody that's been playing and never knew that you could use these commands from the main menu, or the training range, or the shooting range rather. You know, I appreciate you watching, and I really do hope that it helps. Thanks.